All right, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? We'll check a couple things before we get fully started. All right, all right. You guys hear me? I hope that you can hear me because I've been working on this. So, good morning to you all. I hope that you all are doing well. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation. I know all the scenery looks different, but it's same information, same impact with you and your family. Welcome to Family Morning Sessions, Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I am definitely glad to be in front of you. It is a blessed day to be alive. It's a blessed day to have your family with you because I am just grateful for my family. So, again, it is a great day. I don't want to belabor the time, but I'm excited. Why am I excited? Because it's Monday. It is another day, it's another week, and it's another time for me to give you things that I believe that is going to help you because it's not about me. It's about what you and your family needs. Definitely, definitely. And I'll say it again, definitely. So my name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am a speaker. I am a board certified Christian counselor, a soon to be author, and I'm a personal coach for families. I want to develop your family to where they need to be, where you guys need to be. It is very important to me. It is a part of my purpose. I do these Monday through Saturday. So every day you're going to get some free content from me. You're going to get some kind of video. You're going to get some kind of statistic. I am revamping things to better serve you. I'll say it again, not just to serve myself anymore. Because if I could be transparent, I think a lot of times when we get into these businesses and being coaching, it's about us, us. And it's not about us, it's about serving the community, serving your family, serving you where you guys are right now. And the reason why I'm talking about this on today, the topic that I want to talk about is my team, your team needs help. That is the topic for today because it's not about so much what your family needs, and that's important, but I want to focus on your team for today. Your team needs help, and I need you guys to share this with someone. Okay, I want you to put in the comments, "My team will get help." Put that in the comments this morning. My team will get help. My family will get help. Give me one second. I want to check something really quick before we go into everything. Okay, everything looks good. The reason why I'm doing that because sometimes the audio messes up and I don't want to mess up because I want to make sure that you guys are hearing what I'm saying. So when we talk about help, when we talk about help, help is a signal that something is wrong. I don't care in what situation. Help is a signal that something is wrong, something is abnormal. And when it comes to your team, there are some things that's going on with your team that you just you're not aware of. You're not aware of. It could be emotional distress, it could be physical distress, it could be psychological distress, it could be spiritual distress. See, sometimes we leave up to the spirit. I'm not trying to be so spiritual, but I am spiritual, so I can't keep separating who I am. Your team needs help. Your team is dealing with some mental distress. And because they're dealing with mental and emotional distress, guess what? A lot of mental and emotional distress is placed on you because you are the parent. They come from you, whether they are biologically from you or you are their parent or guardian that you love. Anytime you see that your teen, excuse me, not team, but teen with the N, is in distress, it will put a level of strain and pressure on you. Because you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. They are navigating through some difficult times. This generation that that we have in front of us, I know I dealt with some things, some personal things, and I'll talk about that another time. But I've never seen so many young people, so many teens deal with identity issues and emotional distress. And we talk about mental health, but let's be honest, mental health wasn't a big thing back in the day. We try to pray it off. Let's keep it real. We tried to pray it off without really getting a proper diagnosis for that teen or young adult when they were dealing with things. I've been listening to the amazing Dr. Anita Phillips, and when I when I listened to her, I had a great childhood, but there were certain things that I dealt with as a teen that I kind of brushed off, but I was dealing with some mental health. I don't know if you were dealing with it, but I sure was. How I grew up in my church, right? How things were, the rules in my house, even though I had a great childhood, there were things that I did not really deal with fully until I became knowledgeable about what I was dealing with. But this is on a whole nother plateau when it comes to your teen or young adult. They're dealing with so many difficulties. Why? They're trying to find themselves. And everyone is telling them on social media and different platforms who they should be. And the problem is with that, they're not going to the one that created them to know who they are. They're not going to the one that created their minds, created how they look, put them in your particular family. Many of our teens are so influenced and manipulated and abused mentally and emotionally because they do not know who they are and they don't feel safe coming to you because they feel that judgment is coming. So because judgment is coming, I'm not going to go to mom and dad because I can't speak my mind. I'm not going to go to them. I'm just going to be here in my feelings. I'm just going to be in the place that there is no way that I can go any further. No, and that is a problem. I can go. That's a huge problem. Give me 1 second. And that is a problem. Give me 1 second. I was just checking my levels. It is an issue that we have to deal with. If we don't deal with these issues, I'm gonna say it again, if we don't deal with our issues with our kids will be lost because they feel this particular judgment. And because they feel this particular judgment coming their way, they don't want to be a part of that conversation. They don't want to be a part of the potential letdown. Because every time I talk to mom and dad, they always accusing me of this or they're accusing me of that, and I can never speak my mind. So I don't want to talk. Yes, they'll talk to their friends, but sometimes some kids don't want to talk at all. I'm not saying not to enforce rules, regulations, principles, because they need it. Believe me. And as a parent, they need it. But they need more help than just the basic needs: food, water, shelter. They need navigation. They need help. They need leadership to lead them to the right area of their lives. I've heard a podcaster say this: we are not just raising our children just where they are. We're raising them to be mature adults. We're raising them to be mature, healthy, sane in the membrane adults. Come on, somebody. We are helping them become the best person that they can be, right? You're not raising them to be emotionally immature. But at times, there are red flags. There are red flags that sometimes we ignore. Let's be honest and keep it a buck on this Monday morning. There are some areas of our lives, that our children's lives, that are they're dealing with these issues, that we are not privy to that information, and they're dealing with it by themselves. They're trying to figure it out on their own. They're going to TikTok and trying to find answers from a stranger. Say that again. They're going to TikTok and Snapchat and whatever else is out there. I'm almost 40 because I don't know everything that's out there, right? I still don't even know how to use my Snapchat. I need help. Can I get some help from somebody out there? I do not understand Snapchat. I'm so serious. I don't get it. But that's another pod for another day, right? But there are red flags. Are you aware of your child or your teen or young adult red flags? Are you aware of their red flags? Because if you're not aware of their red flags, that's an issue. Why is it an issue? Because if you are not aware of what's going on in their lives, the struggle that they might be dealing with, the pain, the chaos that they're dealing with, they're going to have to deal with this continuously by themselves. And they're going to get the wrong answer. Your teen needs help. Your teen needs help. As I stated, your teen needs help. I'll say it again. Your teen needs help. They might look fine on the outside. They might tell you that everything is going on good. In time inside, you start to see, because what they're dealing with internally is going to start seeping out. And it's our responsibility to help them make better decisions that will affect their lives forever. There's we got to get rid of unwanted problems and situations. There are some things that they don't need to go through by themselves. There are certain things they don't have to go through by themselves. They don't have to have unwanted children, unwanted diseases, unwanted emotional issues, unwanted pain, unwanted trauma. We got to help them know that they do got a voice. Yes, you're the parent, you're the guardian. Nobody's saying that you're not, but our teens needs more help than they've ever needed help, because there are so many distractions to tell them you're not really a boy, you're a girl. You're not really a girl, you're a boy. No matter how you were born a certain way, this is who you are. That's confusion. That's the enemy talking to them. Beelzebub, that's the enemy talking to your child, telling them they got an identity issue. They're supposed to be a certain way. They got to question their sexuality. They don't have to question their sexuality. However, God made you is how God made you. But a lot of times, sorry, there's a little fly in here. A lot of times, our kids, they take the short way out. Why? Why do they do that? They take the short way out because nobody is telling them who they are. They're not dealing with their issues. They don't feel like they get help with their issues. But there's four things that I want to talk about really quickly and share this with someone. And as parents, I want you to hear me out. I want you to put this on your phone. I want you to really share this with someone, and I'm done. Thank you for your time this morning. As parents, we have to show real care for real problems. Your child has some really big issues going on right now, even during the summertime. It's summertime here in Georgia. Your kids might be out of school. They might be playing with their friends. They might be doing all these amazing things. But there are some real problems and they need real care. They need you to come and talk to them. Spark up a conversation. Say something. Saying something meaningful, though. Real care for real problems with their identity, how they look, who they are. There's so many questions that go on in their minds. And if they don't get real care, if they don't get real support from you, who are they going to get it from? The next thing is bring a level of spiritual awareness. We don't have enough of spiritual awareness in our homes when we're talking to our teen and young adults. We have to be the best example that we can be for them. I'll say it again. We have to be the best example for our kids when it comes to their spiritual walk. I'm not talking about they got to wear, and I'm talking about my childhood, wear a suit and tie and a shirt and all that. You be presentable when you go to church, but it's past that. It has to be a spiritual awareness. We have to let our children know this is a wicked world. And because this is a wicked world, anybody will tell you that living contrary to what and how God wants the family to look and be is okay. And it's not okay. Questioning your sexuality, there's an issue there. God made you perfect in his image, in his likeness. He made you perfect. You're dealing with depression, he'll take that depression, but you got to give it to him. You got to have that spiritual awareness. You got to talk to them about God's word. You got to let them know that God is there. Number 3, have talks that might bring up some more issues. You might be talking about grades and it's the issue is not grades, it's fear. The fear of failure. The anxiety of being done with school and moving on, going to college, something that they might not be ready for, they think they're not ready. There might be some underlining things. I'm still talking about your teen getting help, having those tough talks that might make you feel uncomfortable, mom and dad, guardian, but it has to happen. And the last one, be a doorkeeper. What does that mean to be a doorkeeper? Share this with someone. Share this out. Be on the lookout for those red flags because they're there, and be persistent that they might hinder your teens and young adults' growth in some way. Be a doorkeeper. Keep things that don't need to come into your house. Again, you don't have to be mean, nasty, and authoritative. You can still be stern and be a parent and be loving at the same time and be conscious and cautious at the same time. But it has to have a balance. You got to be a doorkeeper. So if you see some anxiety going on, if you see some fear that's going on, you might not say it right then and there, but you got to be aware that there's something coming in the home that you got to check. Emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. So real care for real problems, bringing a level of spiritual awareness, having tough talks that might bring up more issues, and being a doorkeeper, which means to identify those red flags that might be happening in your home. So guys, thank you so much for your time. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope and pray that what we talked about today, your team needs help, is going to help you be more aware of what's going on. Before I let you go, there is a family out there. There are families out there right now saying, DMP speaks, I do need help. I work a lot. I'm a professional. I give a lot to my family, but there's something going on with my child right now, with my teen or young adult, and they need help. They need a lot of help. I've done the therapy, I've done the books, I even done the prayer, and the prayer is working, but I need something else. And I'm that family coach for you. The reason why I know what I'm doing, because I prayed on this. And not only did I pray on this, I've helped a mother and daughter that were estranged get back together. And they're loving each other more than ever. Why? Because they decided, I can't do this by myself. And a lot of you are trying to continue to do the best, but you need help. We all need help in certain areas. And I'm here to help you and your family get back together. I'm helping you and your teen and young adult or your adult child have a better relationship so that you can start making more memories as you go on. Guys, thank you so much again for your time. Please share this with somebody. This is the morning session with DMP Speaks. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.